Hare Krishna. Now we will hear about places close to Udupi. First is Malpe Beach. There is a temple at Malpe Beach which is known as Odabhaandishvara. This temple of Lord Balaram at Malpe is well worth a visit and appears to be a great vintage. This is the deity which was acquired by Madhavacharya along with Udipi Krishna. It is only a short distance to the beach from the temple, and so it is possible to walk to where Sri Madhwacharya saved the ship carrying the deity of Sri Krishna from being wrecked during a storm. Next is Pajaka Kshetra. It is at a distance of 12 kilometers from Udupi. It was at this place the Lord Parashurama created four ponds, namely Gadathirtha, Parashuthirtha, Banathirtha and Dhanushthirtha, and installed goddesses Durga atop of the hill. The house where Sri Madhwacharya was born is at the foot of this hill. Even to this day, one could see the spots where the Acharya spent his childhood and performed miracles. Some memorabilia of the scene can be found here, like the huge banyan tree and the two stones he lifted and the pond from where he used to fetch waters. Now we'll see how to reach Pajaka, that is reaching Pajaka. It is around 12 kilometers from Udupi. One can go to Kathapadi by bus, whichever bus goes towards Mangaluru via Kathapadi, and from there we can take another bus. The frequency of the bus is less, or we can go by auto rickshaw. Distance is around 6 kilometers from Kathapadi to Pajaka. And next is Prasadam at Pajaka. If we inform the residents that descendants of Madhavacharya, then they prepare delicious South Indian prasadam. But there is no prasadam distribution otherwise. And staying facility at Pajaka, the temple has a guest house adjacent to the temple, may accommodate 250 or 200 but not sure. Places in Pajaka. We'll see the places one by one. First is the same house in which Madhavacharya lived. Second, Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple inside the house, and third, the stone on which Madhavacharya started Acharya Bhashya, that is, he started learning, and fourth, Gurukul. Fifth is tamarind tree, which came out from the seed given by Madhavacharya to his father in order to clear his debt of his father. And sixth is Pushkarani, which was constructed by Madhavacharya by inviting all the holy rivers together for his old parents who were unable but wanted to go on a pilgrimage to take bath in all the major holy rivers. And seventh is Banyan tree, a beautiful place to have class, can easily accommodate around 100 people at a time. Then the last is guest house. Now we will see about Sri Mahabaleshwar temple, Gokarna. Gokarna is 180 kilometers from Udupi, is famous all over India for the Atmalinga of Lord Shiva in its ancient Mahabaleshwar temple. This temple is considered as important as the famous Kashi Vishwanatha temple in Banaras. According to the legends, Ravana obtained the Atmalinga from the Lord Shiva, whom he worshipped through the great penance. He was, however, told that the linga should not be put on the ground till he reaches his place. While Ravana was on his way back home, Lord Ganesha, disguised as a small boy, offered to hold the lingam on his palm, when Ravana had to answer the nature's call, on the understanding that the boy would call him thrice, and if Ravana failed to come, he would put it down. Ravana failed to come when called, and the Atmalinga got ennamed in the earth. Ravana could not extricate it with all his efforts at his command. In doing so, one part which came off had a shape of a cow's ear, Gokarna. Hence, the place came to be known as such. The lingam at Gokarna came to be known as Mahabala, since it would not be lifted from the ground. It was said that the second part of the lingam got twisted around and came to be known as Murdeshwara, overlooking the sea. There is a lovely temple constructed over this part of the linga. This place is known as Mudreshwara, is situated between Battakal and Honarva on the West Coast Highway. There is a guest house nearby for the convenience of the pilgrimage. The remnant of the Atmalinga, which came off like a blade, is known as Dhareshwara. Dhar means a sharp edge and is at a place called Dhareshwara nearby. Hare Krishna.